Let's play a game. Think of a favorite song from your childhood. Now, close your eyes. Can you hear it? Allow yourself to feel the music, the emotions, the melody. Powerful, right? Music has an incredible ability to stick with us. Think about it. We subconsciously memorize the lyrics and melodies to our favorite songs, and even when we listen to a song for the very first time, by the time that second chorus rolls around, we know what's coming. But what's really going on inside of our minds? Why is music so powerful? Music is a key part of what makes us human, and it's the part that stays with us even when everything else withers away. A leading theory for why music sticks with us is that millions of years ago, it provided us with an evolutionary advantage. We could communicate with each other, understand each other's emotions, and build community through it. Music was our first language, and it remains our only universal one. In order for music to be universal, we have to learn the language young. In fact, before we're even born, we can feel rhythm, and from the moment we're physically capable of moving to the beat, we do. And from the beginning, emotion cascades through each note. In fact, the amygdala, or the primary part of our brain which processes emotions, laughter, and crying, also helps in processing music. Perhaps that's why we describe laughter as musical. Even in cases of cognitive decline, music tends to stay with us. Before I explain why, let me lead with a story. My grandmother was one of my closest family members. I knew I could go to her with anything, ask her for anything. I knew she'd love me forever. Slowly, my grandmother was taken from me. As Alzheimer's disease eroded her neural pathways, she forgot who she was and who I was. Even more painfully, I watched her forget who my father was, until she saw me and thought I was him and looked at my father and couldn't recognize him at all. Alzheimer's is a devastating disease. And yet, even as she forgot us, she remembered what felt like the strangest things. And among those things was music. She was always singing, and she never forgot the lyrics and melodies to her favorite songs. Whenever she heard one, you could see her light up. Music brought her back to us. So in hindsight, it isn't all that surprising that music can lift spirits, build community, and even trigger lost memories. That's no different for the over 50 million people living with dementia worldwide. But why is that neurologically? Well, the answer lies in the fact that we process music in several areas throughout the brain. Songs are often paired with emotions, behaviors, and memories, and so we use areas of the brain active in auditory processing, emotional regulation, and memory formation and retrieval. Meanwhile, dedicated musical processing pathways are especially resistant to neurodegeneration. So these areas remain comparatively unharmed, even in the later stages of dementia, and then call back to other learning in widespread areas throughout the brain. The fact that these memories are so widespread also makes it much harder to fully stamp them out. A natural byproduct of this tool to fight dementia is that it seems to work preventatively, too. Musicians often experience a later onset of dementia compared to non-musicians. Their brains often exhibit a higher neuroplasticity or ability to adapt, and with that can work around dementia's blows. But you don't have to pick up an instrument to experience some of these benefits. Simply listening to music, new songs can create new neural pathways, fortifying your brain against future dementia. So, what can you do with this information? Well, if someone in your life gets dementia, bring back their memories with music too. Watch them become whole again for just a little while at a time. Watch them push away their walker and dance, or finally say your name. And if you're predisposed to Alzheimer's, or even if you just want to trigger a quick trip down memory lane every once in a while, consider creating a soundtrack of your life. Document a playlist of your favorite childhood songs and the associations they have with the people and memories you care most about. We evolved to use music to connect and to remember. So next time you listen to that favorite childhood song of yours, remember the people and memories that surface with it. Only through that do we truly feel the music. Thank you.